Glorious day, everyone. It is Samut with Mama Yoga's Wellness Coaching for All and Embrace Your Beauty, Thick and Healthy. And so this week's video is dedicated and indeed inspired by Brendon Burchard. Brendon Burchard is an internet motivation, inspirational teacher, and he is my mentor when it comes to the motivational, inspirational platform. He's written such books as Motivation Manifesto and The Charged Life, and he has tons of free content on YouTube, as well as he gives, a lot of webinars and online classes about how to build your business as an entrepreneur, how to stay motivated, how to stay vested in your business. So I just find him to be, such a resource for entrepreneurship, and indeed, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, starting with nothing, right? So the post that I want to share with you, the Mama Yoga's family, and the Team Thickums, Thick and Healthy team members out there, is the question that he posed to us as entrepreneurs. What 3 things would you tell a budding entrepreneur or someone who wants to become an entrepreneur that you have learned over your time as a person in business, as a person who, has committed to creating a product, a service, or bringing an idea to market to share with other people to hopefully enhance and make their lives better? So here are my 3 things that I would share, right? The first thing is that I would share with a budding entrepreneur or someone who is new into, running their own business is, 1, you have to have a great deal of courage. Like, running your own business is not for the faint of heart. It is a whole different type of warrior gladiator sport, for real. You have to have courage that the decisions that you are making are the right ones. You have to have the courage, to realize when you're kind of on the wrong path with your offering. You have to have the courage to make decisions, to take a step, towards achieving and moving your business, your idea, your service, or product forward. It takes a great deal of courage. You can't be all, well, I don't know, or maybe, or possibly. You cannot be wishy-washy in no way. You got to put your stuff on the table and know, with a certain level of confidence and a certain level of, internal knowing that what you're offering is of value to people, and that the decisions that you're making for your business are the right ones. And even if they aren't, you got to have the courage to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep on going. There is a method to being successful, but really there's no individuated rule book. Every business owner has to write his or her own rule book that fits the genre, that fits their style, that accommodates and fits the good things in their personality, right? And so you just really have to summon up the courage. That's the first thing that I would tell a new entrepreneur. You can't be wishy-washy. You got to be in it for real. The next thing that I would tell a new entrepreneur is that you have to, understand that you may have an idea that is ahead of its time. Like, all of us who go into business, we think that, whatever offering, whatever idea, whatever service we have or product, somebody's going to, just snap it up and we're going to be on Shark Tank and we're going to be successful and rich and famous. Like, you started yesterday and tomorrow you're on Easy Street. And it really, honestly, just does not work that way. It really doesn't. You have to work your ass off to let people know what you have to offer and why it is good for them, why they need it, why it's necessary, why you are, you have the integrity to bring them what it is that you say that you are sharing with them. So the second thing that I've learned being an entrepreneur that I would share with a new entrepreneur is that, you have to have, the patience to understand that, you know, your idea, your service, your product might be ahead of the curve. It might be ahead of the way in which people are thinking. Case in point, when I started teaching healthy living and yoga in urban school districts, nobody was giving, you know, that style of curriculum to the students. And so now it's just starting to become, you know, an accepted, you know, idea that the urban schools could use and indeed benefit from in a good way healthy living life skills like yoga, proper diet and nutrition, how to manage stress, socio-behavioral, self-regulation techniques and that kind of thing, right? All packaged within a healthy living offering. So that is just now beginning. But when I first started, it was like, you know, one-woman band out there, you know, trumpeting this information, right? So you have to have patience that what you're offering is, you know, valuable and valid, and whether people can see it initially or not, you are still going to be in it. The next thing is that the next thing I would share with the new entrepreneur is that they, well, I'm thinking I'm going to have to look at my notes because there's so many things flowing through my head, but I had narrowed it down to 3, right? So the third thing, the first thing was courage, second thing was patience, the third thing is endurance. Right. Now it ties into the second idea that I, realized as an entrepreneur, the endurance idea. The patience and endurance kind of go hand in hand. Again, things don't happen overnight, but we have these romanticized, starry-eyed expectations about what is going to happen for us, you know. And if you can see your dream, your idea, your product and service on all the Walmarts, all the shelves in Walmart, and, you know, you're on Oprah or you're on Brendan Burchard's channel for that matter, you know, as a partner to him, you know, you see all of that and it has a manifest for you, right? So you have to know that you got to wait for all of the wheels and all of the machinery that's necessary to take your product or service to the level that it needs to be. A lot of times the endurance and the patience piece is also a learning curve for the entrepreneur. Like, you know, I don't have a background in business. I didn't go to college for business, you know. So I had to learn a lot of things, and being, you know, a bit of a rebellious spirit, you know, I had to learn through the hard knocks. At least that's the way I ended up learning. I don't know if I had to learn that way, but that was the way that I ended up learning. So other entrepreneurs may have the same kind of spirit, because you do need to be, you know, a bit of a renegade spirit to think that you can run, and indeed run, your own successful business enterprise, right? So endurance, you're in it for the long haul. You got to take your time. You got to slow down. You got to put the mechanics in place that will make your business a systemic success, right? Oftentimes, especially, you know, smaller entrepreneurs, we don't put the systems in place that allow our businesses to really run efficiently and allow our vision for that business to unfold in a larger way. So courage, patience, and endurance, you know, that you're in it for the long haul, are the 3 main points that I would share with a new entrepreneur. You can't be all wishy-washy and flimsy. Make a decision. Stick with it, have the courage, you know, and the integrity to hold fast to that decision, or brush yourself off and keep going if it's not the right decision. You know, patience, wait, but not wait in laziness and in wasting your time. You have to wait sometimes for, you know, the thought process of the people in which you're serving to catch up with what it is that you're offering, right? And in the meantime, you're steady plugging along. You know what they say about the race: it does not belong to the swift, but those that endure, right? And so endurance, set yourself up. You know, there may be times where you don't have the revenue coming in that you want to have it coming in. How will you sustain, you know, yourself? I've never been one who's been good at working full-time somewhere else and trying to run a business on the side. That's just not my flow. Either I'm in it or I'm not in it, right? And so there are many times over these years that I've been running this wellness coaching business that I didn't know how, the ends were even going to be close to each other, let alone meeting. But I never gave up, and I am not giving up. And those are the main messages. You have to be in it for the long haul. You have to calm down, slow down, put systems in place that are going to nourish your business, nourish your vision, allow other people to come in and partner and collaborate, and you still have, it will blossom out your offering and your vision, Those people who you think you see that they've made it overnight. Wow, so-and-so went in business, and they did it, and here we are, they're all blown up. What you're not seeing is that for 20 years, they have been laying the foundation of what you now see as a blossom business, or a blossomed offering. It may have taken them 20 years to learn what they needed to learn. It may have taken the genre or the audience that they cater to, the customer base that they cater to, it may have taken that 20 years to catch up to the idea, product, or service that they're offering. You don't know. That's why I say there are rules to being a successful business person, but each entrepreneur has to write his or her own rule book, right? Because everybody's offering vibration energy is different, in what it is that they're providing. That's why two people could be offering a wellness program and they would be absolutely totally different, and you would get something glorious from both. But two people are offering a similar type of program. Who you are adds to the mix of your success or not, right? So if you're a new entrepreneur, you're thinking of going into entrepreneurship for real, you might want to check out people like Brendon Burchard. I'm going to put a link down below from this video. Please leave me your comments. I'll be happy to hear your comments, what you think. What's your experience as an entrepreneur? What type of business do you run? What type of business are you thinking of getting into? Share your information and your thoughts here with us, and we'll gladly answer your questions as they come onto our comment section. As I said, I am Samut with Mama Yoga's Wellness. Oh, the t-shirt. Yes, lovely. Rhonda Farabee Hammond of I Simply Love Her, wonderful women's event that she puts on every year. I was a guest speaker a few years ago, and I love this t-shirt. Now, of course, it came, a particular way, and I've cut it up and frilled it up and everything, but it's still her logo and her image is there, right? So again, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. I'm on Instagram now. Woohoo! Social media. And you can also leave your comments here. And again, thank you for listening. See you soon. Peace and love.